everyone, thanks for clicking on today's video. Welcome to 2-Minute Tours, where we talk about interesting stories from different cities. If you like this kind of content, please click like and subscribe, it would help a lot. Last time we talked about a story from Sutivan town on the island of Brač, a fight between a cat and an octopus with an unusual ending. Today, we're still staying on the same island, however, moving to a different town, a town called Ložišća. I know there are a lot of sounds in that name that many people can't pronounce, so don't beat yourself up about it. Today's story is, as the others so far, a true story. A story of one of the citizens that lived in that little town that even one of Croatian writers, after meeting him, thought of him as a mystical creature and even wrote a novel about him. But let's start from the beginning. Ložišća, situated on the western side of the island of Brač, a town so small when driving through, if you even blink, there is a chance you might miss it. Not many things to see there, but a beautiful scenery, a tall bell tower that climbs over the small houses circling it, a narrow road covered by the shadow of the trees. In that small town, our main hero was born on 20th of September in 1895. He was born in the family that had 11 children besides Loda, the protagonist. Loda was of very small stature. He was around 130 centimeters tall. Because the family had so many children, a lot of them were not able to go to school, and Loda was one of them. He instead became a shepherd. The people say that he was always smiling, and because of his nature that was always happy and childlike, kids loved him so much that they would ask Loda to recite the poems every time they saw him, and he would. He would step up on the stone or a small table or whatever there was, and he would tell the poems, all the poems that he knew. After the war, you were able to see him in a long raincoat that he wore with pride, even in the summertime, when the temperature would nearly every day be over 30 Celsius degrees. The raincoat was a gift from one of Croatian great writers, Vladimir Nazor, who Loda was quite fond of. But Nazor was also fascinated with Loda, so much so he wrote a whole novel about him. But the trouble is that he portrayed him as a faun, a mythological creature. If you are aware of this faun creature, you know that he has small horns on his head and goat-like legs with hooves instead of feet. The kids were even more fascinated with Loda after this novel saw the light of the day. They were nearly obsessed with finding out if Loda is really the faun. So they would ask Loda to remove his hat. And when he did, there were no horns there. You would thought that that was the end of the story, but the writer wrote in his novel that Loda could pull in his horns, making them disappear to stay hidden from the human eyes. So, yes, kids never stopped asking him to remove his hat. They believed if they are consistent that someday they will catch the faun off guard. But our Loda was not a faun. He was a man. A very interesting man, a happy and smiley human. He died on 6th of April in 1975. That's it for today's story. I hope you enjoyed it. Push that subscribe button for more stories if you haven't already. Have a good day, stay safe, and don't forget to wash your hands. Bye!